Our story. We give honor where honor is due to Martin Luther King Jr., Frederick Douglass, George Washington Carver, but let us not forget the women who have somehow blended into the background. We have an amazing history of resilience and a cloud of witnesses watching us step through open doors and break glass ceilings. Black women have been smart, strong, and significant since the beginning. Harriet Tubman, Marian Anderson, Sojourner Truth are just a few that defied the odds of what society said and thought about African American women. We saw Coretta Scott King take the reins when her husband was assassinated in 1968. In a blink of an eye, a wife and mother of four was forced to become a widow due to racial tension, thoughts, and actions. Coretta Scott King founded the King Center and fought tirelessly for a national holiday in honor of her late husband, Martin Luther King Jr. We as women experience ups and downs, joy and sorrow, but still we rise. There are countless women of color that have made and are still making a difference in the world. From the mother who is raising, nurturing, and showing her children that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, all the way to one of the most polished, stylish, and influential women we know, Michelle Obama. Now that campaign trail was enough to make anyone throw in the towel, and perhaps even a brick. Laugh out loud. We witnessed a Black woman, an educated attorney, a Harvard Law graduate, being harassed before our very eyes. We watched as she reflected the character of God. For every harsh word and every cruel remark thrown at her, she could have cracked under the pressure. They tried to break her. They waited for her to strike back. But she smiled in the face of bitterness. When they went low, she went high with the confidence that could not be denied. So my sisters, when it feels as if the sky is falling in on you, when it seems as if no one sees you, don't give up. What they meant for evil, God will use for good. Who would have thought that a little girl of color, African and Indian descent, would grow up to be the Vice President of the United States of America? What a position. What discipline to accomplish such a task. Why not ask God for the desires of your heart? But understand this, when someone has been given much, much will be required in return. Women of God, never give up on yourself or in your dreams, because God never gives up on you. Black history is every day and every moment of our lives. Our ancestors cheer as they watch us leap over hurdles, finishing what they started. Ladies, prepare to take your place. Step into the blocks. You are in a race, not against each other, but running beside one another. The trail will take you through hills and valleys, preparing you for places that have been planned, purposed, and promised. This race is not given to the swift or the battle to the strong, but to the one that endures, to the one that finishes strong. Finally, this story would not be complete without this last acknowledgement. This woman loves the Lord with all of her heart. There are days when she wakes up to a sink full of disappointment, discouragement, and despair. Then she remembers she has a choice, and that this is the day that the Lord has made, and she chooses to rejoice. She prays for others. She is a caregiver. She sends cards of hope. She purchases items for those unable. She gives the gift of time. She counsels the brokenhearted. She makes phone calls to the sick and shut in. She sheds tears with those who grieve. She gives wisdom to those who are naive. And she desperately wants the lost to believe. This woman is you. For we are one body, and we are commanded to love one another. This is us, and this is our story.